Today's lesson is measuring tools. Starting off with our tape measure. Now the tape measure has inches on one side and centimeters on the other, usually, just like most other measuring equipment that we have. And notice how bendy it is. That's what makes it so flexible and the perfect tool to take body measurements. Next up, we have our seam gauge or our sewing gauge. Now, it's only about 6 to 7 inches long, but you have to know how to read it. Do you see where the black gauge is right there? All right, how it's not right on top of the whole number, but right behind it. That means that is the whole number 1. Now, this right here is a 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch. All right, so each of those little silver doodads is 1/8 of an inch, and it's currently on 5/8, which happens to be the most common seam allowance in apparel making. Now you use your seam gauge for measuring short distances, obviously, because it's very short in its own. So things like a hem. Here you're going to place that first silver doodad right there on the fold, and then slide the gauge to the edge. And we're going to see how wide that is. And we're looking at it, and it's right at 5/8. 5/8 is that one little doodad past the 1/2 inch mark. Next we have a yardstick, and a yard is 36 inches. Now, yardsticks don't get used as often, but they are very helpful when you have to measure long pieces of fabric. This piece in particular isn't very long, but you get the idea. And our transparent ruler. Transparent because it is transparent. Alright, you can use it for a lot of things. Here we're marking out where we want our buttonholes to be. Maybe we want them to be 1 inch spaced apart. It's perfect for that. I tend to use it more when I am cutting, but it technically is a measuring tool.